Welcome back to Folk Solo Sports Show. Let's get right into NFL Week 8 of 17. We had the Falcons beating the Panthers, ruining their season. The Panthers were 3-3 at one point, looking like that they can be playoff contenders. Now they're falling back down into a ditch. The Falcons made them 3-5, and the Falcons go to 2-6. It would take both of these teams now to have a miraculous rest of the season to get to the playoffs. I don't see it happening. 2-6 for the Falcons, 3-5 for the Panthers. They beat the Panthers 25-17. Then we had the Packers embarrassment to my Super Bowl prediction, one of my Super Bowl predictions on the NFC, losing to the Minnesota Vikings. Losing to the Vikings, dropping to 5-2, and the Vikings only get their second win of the season against the Packers. It's just not a good look for the Packers, man. I still think they'll go to the playoffs. Of course, losing to the Vikings isn't going to stop them from going to the playoffs. But if the Vikings can beat them, when they get to the playoffs and got to play all the good teams like the Saints, the Seahawks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a couple other NFC teams, the Rams, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get with them right now at this moment if they're playing like this against the Vikings. Then we had the Bengals beating the Titans. The Steelers have corrupted the Titans, man. They're all in the Titans' head. I think this is the reason they lost to the Bengals, because Steelers gave them their first loss, and Titans wanted to show that they were the best team in the AFC when they went against the Steelers when they were both 5-0. And now that they lost that game, that's still stuck in their head. And I think this is the only reason the Bengals get this win 31-20. Bengals, the whole AFC North is good, but Bengals only get this win because Steelers beat them first and gave them their first loss. If they beat the Steelers, they crushed the Bengals in this game. And it wouldn't even have been close. Like, it wouldn't even have been close. But them losing to the Steelers definitely took a toll on them. I don't know how long they'll bounce back. They might even lose 3 or 4 games in a row after losing to the Steelers, just because, they wanted to show that they were that team. All right, we had the Chiefs versus the Jets. What did I tell you last time? It doesn't get any better for the Jets. It just don't get any better. Like, if they were 0-7 and expected to come out and beat the Chiefs, like, it just doesn't get any better for Jets fans or the football team. Anybody voting for the Jets. 35-9, straight blowout. Patrick Mahomes throws for 400 something plus yards or something like that. Gets Offensive Player of the Week. And the Chiefs are still looking like that Super Bowl team. People say, oh, it's just the Jets, but this is what you're supposed to do. If you're the Super Bowl champions, this is what you're supposed to do against the Jets. Don't try to downplay it just because they beat them. This is what you're supposed to do if you're the Super Bowl champions. Beat them 35-9. So good job for the Chiefs, and hopefully the Jets will get a win on the season. It just doesn't look like it right now. I think they'll go 0-16. I didn't think they would have a worse season than the New York Giants, but the Giants somehow pulled off a win and almost beat the Buccaneers, but we'll get into that. We had the Colts beating the Lions. Badly, 41-21. Lions were 3-3. Look like a playoff team, but now 3-4. Falling in the ditch also. The Colts are finally picking up back where they used to be, going 5-2 now. and they're starting to look like that Colts team. They fell off a couple years when Peyton Manning left, but now they're starting to look like that good team again without him. Like it used to be the best three teams in the AFC. It used to be the Patriots, the Colts, and the Steelers. And now it looks like it's, well, not for the Patriots, but it's turning back into that for the Colts. It's declining for the Patriots, but it's going back to that for the Colts. So Colts 5-2, Lions 3-4. All right. We got my 7-0 Steelers, man, killing the game, man, just killing the game. All right. What LeBron say, and I want my damn respect too. All right. Yeah. So we got the Steelers, man, 7-0. I saw that little list talking about the Steelers are still the sixth best team, and this just shows you the hate for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's not our fault that we got 6 Super Bowls. It's not our fault that we've been to 8. It's not our fault that we got the most fans in the country. It's not our fault that people that was born and raised in San Diego or Baltimore or Cleveland, Ohio, are just born Steeler fans. It's not our fault, man. Like just give it up, all right? 7-0, only undefeated team, and we got the Steelers having people think that they can go 16-0. I'll make another video about that and tell y'all about Ben. If Ben can go 16-0 and get through the season and win the Super Bowl, what Tom Brady tried to do and failed in the Super Bowl. If Ben does that, since everybody thinks they're going to go 16-0 now, I didn't think they were going to go 16-0. I think they're going to go 14-2, 15-1. But if they do go 16-0 and then go to the Super Bowl, we'll make another video about that though. Let's move on for right now though. But we got the Steelers 7-0, Ravens 5-2 coming off the bye week. All right, we had the Dolphins beating the Rams. I know that's bad look for the Rams, losing to the Dolphins, even though they're not a bad team, but the Rams are supposed to be a lot better than the Dolphins are. 5-3, the Rams now lose, I'm pretty sure, 2 games in a row. Dolphins 4-3 and are actually playoff contenders right now at this point. Ain't that's crazy to hear when you hear the Miami Dolphins can go to the playoffs? Like that's good. So good for Miami on that. Miami, I think they're trying to pick up for the Miami Heat. Trying to have some success for Miami, which is good because big city. It's only right if they teams is doing good. But we got the Rams going to 5-3, Dolphins 4-3. 28-17 was the final score. All right. We had the Patriots losing to the Bills after Cam Newton said it was a must-win game. Bad look for Cam Newton. He tried to pull a LeBron. Shouldn't have did that because it's just not the same. Like LeBron saying that versus Cam Newton saying that, it's just not the same. I'm sorry, Cam. It ain't the same, bro. You should have just this is what I thought about. I felt like you saying this and losing this game was the same before the Super Bowl when you played the Broncos and you lost to the Broncos and you brought, some other topics into it saying they ain't seen nothing like me. Like, Cam, bro, you're a beast. You don't got to do all that, bro. Just go out there and play, bro. And then you put that in your own head. You make it harder for yourself, Cam, because you put that in your own head that, oh, I said this, so now I got to live up to that. If you don't say anything and you do bad and you lose this game, they're just going to say, oh, the Patriots lose again. But now since you said it's a must-win game and you put all the blame on you, now it's just going to stress you out even more. Cam, stop doing that. You don't got to do that, bro. Just go out there, do your thing, play. You're a beast. And don't let these people stop you from playing your game. I know it's harder to run as you get older, but if you have more success when you're running the ball more than passing the ball, do that. And that's the same for Lamar Jackson. If you want to be a quarterback that only has the career of a running back because all the hard running, but you can win doing that, do that. Lamar Jackson shouldn't change on that either. I see they're trying to keep him passing more, but they're saying, oh, it's harder to win when Lamar Jackson passes the ball. If he wants to be a quarterback that has a running back career and he just wants to run hard every game and get a bunch of touchdowns like that, but they're winning every game and they can win a Super Bowl like that, let him do that. If his career is only going to last 5 years because he's a running quarterback and he's taking a lot of hits, let him do that and get a Super Bowl out of it. Don't try to make his game something that it's not and have him passing the ball so much and he got them good legs on him and he's getting more yards than when the running back gets the ball. It just doesn't make sense. So Cam, get back into your running mode, and for Lamar Jackson, you do the same. Do not let anybody change your game. You just got to go against the grain sometimes, man. And run the ball, man. Like, do you, bro? All right. So we had the Bills winning. Bills now 6-2. Patriots now 2-5 after that. All right. We had the Raiders beating the Browns. The Raiders picking it back up. I think their season should be looking better since they started off 2-0. Now they're only 4-3. Browns go to 5-3. And if anybody thinks that the Browns are, because every week it goes in and out for the Browns with y'all. Every week they win, they say, oh, they look good. They look good. They lose, the Browns are very disappointing. Nothing about the Browns' losses have been disappointing. Look who they lost to. The two teams in their division that have been better than them for years, the Steelers and the Ravens, they've been better. They're the fourth best team. They've been the fourth best team in the division for years now. So they lost to the Steelers and the Ravens, and then they just lost to the Las Vegas Raiders, the only team that gave the Kansas City Chiefs a loss. That is not a bad look for the Browns. The Browns still look really good considering the three people that they lost to. 7-0 Steelers, 5-2 Ravens, and the only team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So, still the Browns got a lot of opportunities. Raiders 4-3, Browns 5-3. All right. We got the Chargers losing to the Broncos. Both of those teams trying to fight for a playoff spot. The Broncos wanted it more. That's why it only came down to a 1-point game. Broncos go to 3-4. Chargers, who everybody thought was the better team, fall to them, go to 2-5. And that's that. So I don't think either team, though, will go to the playoffs like anybody thinks, like how I hear some people saying the Chargers still have a shot. It doesn't look like it to me. Y'all are criticizing the Patriots saying that their playoff hopes is over, but at the same time you're saying the Chargers can go. I don't think so. So that's that. And we had the Saints beating the Bears. That's a good game right there, 26-23. The Bears season slipping away. Not as good as I think they would like it to be. 5-3 after starting off. I'm pretty sure 4-1, 5-1, 5-2. Now they're 5-3. But losing to the Saints isn't bad. Just like I said about the Browns, losing to the Saints isn't bad. One of my Super Bowl predictions: Saints go to 5-2. Chicago Bears 5-3 now, both very good NFC teams. Oh, that was the other team I was thinking of, the Chicago Bears. When the Green Bay Packers, if the Green Bay Packers is losing to the Minnesota Vikings right now, one of my Super Bowl predictions, the Packers, if you losing to the Vikings, imagine if you got to play the Saints, Seahawks, Bears, Buccaneers, like any one of them teams. If you playing like this, you're not going to be able to handle none of those teams in the playoffs, bro. All right. We had the 49ers losing to the Seahawks. Seahawks go to 6-1, looking like the best team in the NFC over the Buccaneers. Wasn't one of my Super Bowl predictions. I said I would put them in fourth place if I could pick a fourth, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the three I picked, the Packers, Buccaneers, and the Saints. But the Seahawks are looking like the best team in the NFC. And the 49ers won't get back to the Super Bowl like they said they would. They now go to 4-4. And I think they can still go to the playoffs if they hit a win streak, but they won't be back to the Super Bowl. They will more than likely lose the wild card game at the pace they're going. All right. We had the Eagles defeating the Cowboys. Cowboys season just keeps getting worse and worse. 2-6, and every week people make excuses for the Cowboys every week and try to say, oh, they're still in this. I don't see it. They got to play this. It doesn't get like the Jets. It doesn't get any better for the Cowboys. It doesn't get any better for them. Now they got to play the 7-0 Steelers. It doesn't get better for them. That's 2-7 right there. They lose to the Eagles. Eagles 3-4-1 can well likely turn that season around and, get 10 wins right there, 11 wins right there, and just go undefeated the rest of the season. The Cowboys, though, 2-6 and got to play the 7-0 Steelers, or you're going to come back and go 9-7? Are you going to win the last 7 games after you lose to the Steelers? I doubt it. It's over for the Cowboys. The Cowboys season's over. Try again next year. Dak Prescott hopefully will come back. Cowboys lose 23-9. All right, we had the Buccaneers and a close one with the New York Giants. I can't believe it. With the New York Giants. All right, and this is where Steelers are getting disrespected because Steelers was 6 on the list, but y'all got the Buccaneers ahead of them, and the Steelers beat on the Giants, but y'all got the Buccaneers above the Steelers. Did only beat the Giants by 2 points, 25-23 because of missed 2-point conversion. Buccaneers do go to 6-2, but against the 1-6 Giants, come on, man. I know it's still an NFL team, so give them their respect. You don't never want to, get that wrong. You guys still give them their respect. They're an NFL team. That don't change, all right? But don't stop disrespecting the Steelers, man. But we got the Buccaneers, one of my Super Bowl predictions. Antonio Brown joining the team this week, playing this week. And it's just going to get worse for all the opponents from here. I can't wait to see that Chiefs versus Buccaneers matchup on the 29th of this month because that is going to really determine a lot. Whoever wins that game, it will determine a lot. I think if the Buccaneers win that game, I think they'll go to number 1 to go to the Super Bowl if they beat the Chiefs. If Chiefs lose that game, I think their confidence drops a lot because, all the hype over there from Tampa Bay, and they start to feel like they're not the best team in the NFL. Right now, they feel like they're the best team in the NFL still, even with that one loss. Even being not the only undefeated team in the season, they still feel like they're the best team. But if they lose to the Buccaneers with all the hype from the Buccaneers, and they got the same amount of offensive weapons, you got Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, Fournette, the other receiver, can't think of his name now, Tom Brady, you got the same amount on the Chiefs. You got a bunch of offensive weapons on both sides of the field. You got Pat Mahomes, Kelsey, Hill, Le'Veon Bell, Edwards. So a bunch of competition on both sides you got, and that's going to be a very good game. So waiting to see that. Buccaneers 6-2, Giants 1-7. I said they would go 2-14 or 1-15, maybe 0-16, but they got past that. Good for them. But I don't see more than 2 wins coming on the season. If they get to 3 wins, that would be crazy. If they get to 3 wins, that would be crazy for the Giants. They're now 1-7, and blame it on Daniel Jones, like you did Eli Manning, your Super Bowl champion, 2-time Super Bowl champion that beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. More content on the Steelers going 0-16, a couple NBA topics, all of that. It's Folk Solo Sports Show. Alright, I'm out, man. Peace.